What's up, guys? My name's Captain Dave and welcome back to Ultimate Spider-Man. Well, last time we left off, we found out about all things Venom, beat up a big rhino, and also repaired a big hole in our butt. But the less we speak about that, the better. But anyway, last time we left off, we had a few things we had to do, those being a few city goals, one being the one combat tour and one city event. And as always, as soon as we start this game, there is a city event just sitting here waiting for us to find.
I'm gonna need a Hulkbuster unit ASAP.
Did he just say a Hulkbuster unit? Yeah, it wasn't really that cool, mate, but, you know, thanks for the praise and all that sort of jazz. Yeah, I'm pretty certain that guy just said we're going to need a Hulkbuster unit. I was thinking to myself, well, I don't know about that. The guy looked pretty diddy. And also, I took my time beating him up. Maybe he's one of those people who likes to go back to work and act like he's had a really hard day. He's, oh yeah, this guy was so big. You know, I needed the Hulkbuster unit, yeah, oh. And then Spider-Man just comes down and completely poops on your party. But anyway, let's get a combat tour underway. The Yancey Street Gang. The Yancey Street Gang is a bunch of British thugs, expatriates now living in Queens. Known for the more brash actions than rationale thought, the Yanceys are more of an annoyance than a threat to the people of New York City. And apparently the only gang that I've been bumping into recently. Maybe in Manhattan I'll meet some other types of criminals. Because, yes, even though I'm British myself, that kind of, you know, we're proud to be British, God save the Queen, everything else sucks culture really does grind my gears. I hate it in any country you go to. Where anyone thinks that only British things or only American things or whatever are the best, those sort of people really wind me up. I mean, hell, I knew someone in real life that used to play, I tried to get them into computer games. I think they started playing Battlefield 3, or it might have been COD, I don't know. One of those sort of army games. It was the only thing they thought they would enjoy. And they actually stopped playing the game because the British were being portrayed as the bad guys. I mean, come on now. There's being a patriot and there's just being a moron. But yeah, anyway, as I was saying, people like that wind me up and just gives me great pleasure to lay the smackdown on these dudes. Plus, with their overly British accents, it just makes me want to smack them. You know you've got an overly British accent when someone with a British accent takes the piss. Oh, bum. Yep, oh, fists, they tend to hurt. That little crowbar thing he just seemed to hit me with didn't exactly do much. I'll tell you what, that whole fight scene probably would have been a lot better if they gave me a little bit of music behind it. That seemed very dull without any music. But anyway, with that being said, I think that is all the city goals we need to complete now. We can get on with the main quest. Even call it a quest. Quest doesn't really seem to fit it. Main story, that seems a bit more fit into the game.
Are you okay?
My head is killing me. It's just pounding so hard. I think it's my spider sense thingy going nuts. You might need to get somewhere safe. God, I thought my head is killing me. What's going on? Oh God, my head. Just being near Eddie is. My head is killing me.
Now when you fight when you're fighting Brock in this bit, as soon as you get anywhere near him, he starts like whipping out and trying to hurt you. So the best thing I can suggest is Web zip away. Web zip away. There we go. When he tries to hurt you, web zip away.
What's going on?
And then when he comes back, give him 2 punches or
Suit is absorbing my webs.
a couple of punches, and then just try and web away again. Or you can just run away or jump away. Whatever tickles your fancy, but as I say, he's got some range with those tentacles of his.
Just being near Eddie is...
And plus, as he says, just being near Venom, it sort of makes his brain melt a little bit. So even if he wasn't attacking you back, you can't really stick around for too long. You've got about 2-3 punches in you, and then you have to go away before you start losing health.
My head hurts more every second I'm near Eddie.
It could be the fact that you're attached to the suit at one point, or it could just be the fact that he's whipping you in the head. I mean, both are viable options.
Something about Eddie. I can't stay close to him for too long. It's killing me.
And I doubt it's the bad BO. Yikes. Oh, move! I was afraid of that.
Eddie, no!
When you fight Brock, yikes, not again. Yeah, that about sums it up. Get prepared for a lot of jumping. Hell, well, against a lot of bosses, actually, be prepared for a lot of jumping.
Don't make me hurt you, Eddie. I'm totally serious.
Brock, sit.
You guys the shield?
You're in the way!
Tango down. Prep for evac.
Hey! What is this? What's going on?
Nothing that concerns you.
My bruised ribs beg to differ. Yeah. Okay then. Sure. I'll just stay here and, oh, nuts.
Well, that was just dandy. Again, I do all the hard work and someone else takes the credit. Oh, it's just the life of the spider. But anyway, while we're going around, we have 2 city events and 1 race medal to go get. Oh, great. The good old races again. So far, I haven't done too bad in them. You just wait. As those races get harder later on, you will be pulling your hair out watching me do it. Much as I do myself. Although, I don't know, maybe I'll have good luck, good fortune. I have played through this recently, just to sort of refresh my memory, so hopefully I won't have as hard a time. But anyway, let's go find where's the nearest race. This race here to the left, I'm going to avoid, because there is one race that's by the water, and I think it's that one. That, honest to God, even to this day, I don't think I can do. It's just so fiddly to do, that I'm just going to avoid it flat out. And let's go do that race over there. And I'm sure a city event will crop up along the way. At least one will while we're on the way. I'm gonna go and hope that we get 2. And where's the awesome dramatic music? It'd make web zipping a lot more fun with a little bit of music in the background. Spidey, I think you might have to invest in an MP3 or an iPod or whatever was around when this game was made. Oh, and there we have it. Just when I was about to start the race. Oh damn, looks like some of you guys have done my work for me. But yeah, if you don't web them quick enough, as you saw just then, they do get back up again. But it doesn't take much to put them back down. And you know what? How about we do a little ring around the roses with you? If they aren't hiding inside bus stops like complete cowards, then you can actually throw them into each other by webbing them up like that. Oh, hey buddy, I didn't see you over there. You get the Spider-Man special. Fantastic. Alright, chill out, love. The fighting's over. Cry your eyes, love. Well, that is not exactly what I wanted to do. There we go. There's the music I was looking for. Give it to me once the fight's over, but... yeah, and while you're going around, you can also find stuff like this. Secret tokens. They unlock, as far as I know, I think they unlock stuff. Unlockables and such like that, which can get you up character art and, like, the artwork to the comics and stuff like that. Which, obviously, this game is based from. Which, if you used to read them, such as myself, is quite good for nostalgia reasons. And there we go again. See, the web zip is something that's a pain in the butt. You click it and it doesn't always work. So if you've got high-rise buildings like this, I would suggest just webbing the old-fashioned way, because that web zip is good when it works, but when it doesn't, it can just be a pain in the tuchus. But yeah, most of the time when you're trying to do these races, these sort of balls that you're following will, yikes, go that way, Spidey, this way. Will kind of lead in the direction of what you want to go. And as you see, I majorly messed that up at the start and I still got a silver medal. So, they're not all that hard. You've just got to, I don't know, just not mess up. But, see, look, right here, because I'm quite low, the web zip worked. But when I was quite high up, and you saw the fact that I just like started that race and then just jumped straight to the floor. Now, obviously, that isn't what I wanted to do. I was like tapping the web zip button, but for some reason it just...
in the ER waiting.
For some reason, it just decided it didn't want to work. How great would that be if real life was like that? You go to the hospital and they have a spot in the ER waiting for you. Definitely make my job a lot easier. But anyway, with that being said, it looks like we have another city goal that is available for Spidey to be getting to. I would say it would be the Daily Bugle, but seeing as how we are already in Manhattan, the odds are I'm now probably going to have to go all the way to Queens. Yep. That definitely looks like I'm going to Queens. Free-falling Spider-Man while the background renders in very slowly. I was a couple of seconds away from being a splat man then. Yeah, but I remember I used to have a problem. When I used to play this on my PS2, I'd have major issues with the game not rendering in quick enough, and then it would be freezing, and then I'd have to go back and sort of retrace my steps. Yeah, no, I'm on it. Oh, God. Speaking of retracing my steps. Yeah, and I'd have to turn my game back on again and retrace my steps. So that's kind of why I've got a bit of a habit when I play this of saving it every single time I complete a mission. Because I'm so used to playing this on my PS2 and it freezing, like, any time I'd advance the game just too fast. Yeah, sure. Here you go, buddy. Don't sidestepping like a queen isn't going to be able to get you an interview. Okie dokie. Fair enough. There was me going to give you like a live signed autograph, and you go start sidestepping like a bit of a freak. Right, which way am I going? This way. Yeah, it's the race down there that unless you fancy giving yourself a challenge, I'd strongly avoid that one. Because it's a pain in the butt. The whole race consists of you being... Web zip, damn you, Spider-Man! The whole race consists of you being underneath that tiny bridge back there. And I just find it's a pain in the butt. You're trying to jump up to get all the race bits, and it's just so frustrating. Oh, who's this? What do we have behind building number 1? Oh, it looks like... Oh, too high. It looks like we have a major douchebag. Hey, Herman. How you doing? Up to your old tricks again. How did you get out so soon? Rikers just isn't like it used to be, is it? Bap. None of that. Nope. And back to jail you go. You would have thought you'd at least tried like a new thing.
I'm late for dinner.
Yes, because that is important. He's like, he tries robbing a jewelry store and Spider-Man stops him. So the first thing he does when he breaks out of a maximum security prison is he tries to break into a jewelry store again. You gotta give him 10 points for commitment. Something I love about Ultimate Spider-Man, I mean there's many things I love about this game, but one of the things I do love is the fact that the game is designed in the sort of cel-shaded comic book style that the comics themselves were drawn in. And for people who have read it, it's just like, it really makes you love the game a bit more, because as you're going throughout Manhattan and Queens and you're meeting all the enemies that you've read in Ultimate Spider-Man, it's not just like you're meeting the enemies and you're like, oh, it's cool. It's actually like you're fighting the enemies pulled from the comics. And I don't know, personally for me, it just makes me love it all the more.
This suit Eddie has, it was made by our fathers. But it used my dad's DNA as a starting palette.
So, it's like part you?
No. Well, yeah. In a creepy way.
Yeah.
When I got close to it in the museum, it felt like my brain was going to crawl out of my face.
Ew. Ew, again?
Sorry.
Do you know what you're doing?
Kind of.
What is it?
I have no idea.
What are those black things?
Yeah, that's the I have no idea part.
It is but a mystery it is. But anyway, let's have a look at the old City Girls. What have we got left to do? One combat tour. Fair enough. Let's give this one another save, because as I was mentioning before with the old glitchiness of rendering in and something like that, even though it's on the Xbox 360, sort of like a converted Xbox version, I still would... Did I actually just save that? I don't think I did I? That was a bit stupid of me. But yeah, as I say, like, even though it's on the Xbox and the Xbox 360 now, so that rendering issue I was saying with the PS2 isn't really a problem here. I'd rather not tempt fate, because it seems like, especially when you're dropping up from a very high height, like you can have a low height, but I'd rather just not tempt fate, to be honest, because you can see sometimes it's sort of rendering in, and I'd rather just make sure that I have it all saved and backed up so I don't have to repeat myself a lot. And wow, it looks like all the combat tours are in Manhattan. So, without further delay, let's make our way over to the big city. Yep, it was definitely a combat thing. Didn't want to go all the way to Manhattan, and it turned out it's not a combat thing.